I didn't get a chance to watch this one, but the Disney earnings call came up, and I found a quote in there that I didn't put in here, but they said they were happy. The people were happy, stockholders were happy, some of the investors, because Disney said they're going to be making money this time. And it just had me laughing. Yes, guys, hold on. Stop. Everybody stop. What's going on? Investors, we'd like to let you know we're going to make money. It's like cheers erupted apparently in the room. I got to go find that quote. But do you have an overview of this whole earnings call? Because I saw the
Yeah,
quote.
sure, man. Yeah, high level. Yes, the whole premise of business is to make money, guys. You don't lose money. Just,
Right,
show,
kids.
show versus business. So, yeah,
Write it down, kids.
basic ones is don't lose money. Oh man, you got Iger, man. He's such a showman. He's just he's coming in. But look, he's got big fights. We talked about this a couple of times. He's fighting off activists, investors, Nelson Peltz and Ike Perlmutter. I think we talked about who Ike is. He was the previous CEO of Marvel, who famously said black superheroes don't work, basically, and didn't want to do a Black Panther movie. Has just been against Marvel all this time. So he's coming back, trying to attack. So basically, these guys are trying to get board seats on Disney's board so they can, control the direction because they feel like it's not going the right direction, which, they're not wrong. The stock has been beat down. And then also on the personal front, well, not personal, but basically it is a personal kind of offense where, Gina Carino, who was fired from The Mandalorian, as a backer, she's basically suing Disney for firing her from The Mandalorian. And her backer is none other than Elon Musk, who famously basically said, F Disney because they're not trying to advertise on Twitter anymore or X. So yeah. And then we didn't talk about shenanigans with Ron DeSantis. So basically Disney's getting hit in all these different directions. So Iger had to kill him with the big guns doing
Hey,
doing this last earnings announcements. I'm just gonna read through these real quick and then we can discuss do we think that's gonna help Disney or not. So one of the big things you can get insight into this, Mr. Benja, they're investing 1.5 billion for B dollars into Fortnite.
Bizzle.
The basically the game studio, I think Epic Games that
Mhm.
created Fortnite. Mr. Benja, I know we're going to talk about all of them, but let's talk about all of them first, then we'll get into each one. So that's the big one, right? We'll talk about that in a second. They're paying $75 million directly to Taylor Swift just to exclusively stream her Eras tour that just basically tore all the records and concert. He had a movie that tore records up, and now they're the exclusive streaming place for the Eras tour. So Taylor Swift, keep on winning. Moana, Moana 2 is fast tracked to a November release, which it was funny because it was originally a TV show, but Disney said, bump that. We're going to have an animated show, animated movie coming out around Thanksgiving. So bump all that TV show mess. And they said they're going to invest $60 billion into this Disney parks, which is huge. And there's rumors that there's going to be another park coming out. And last but not least, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but they announced a sports streaming service with Fox and Warner Brothers Discovery that's supposed to set amazingly this year. That was huge news. So we'll probably talk about that later. But Mr. Benja, is this enough to get you excited about Disney again?
Nothing gets me excited more than not talking about Disney. Disney, man, I told you. Once they did that Hulu integration and messed up all my shows and my show order, I'm like, ugh, I can't stand you now. It's just, and then they keep putting up little messages. I'm sorry, hold on, this isn't. I'm like, ugh, whatever. Done with Hulu. I'll never get my old Hulu back. Actually, I don't know. If you sign up to Hulu alone by itself right now, do you get a weird kind of Disney-esque front end that only has Hulu? You do?
Yeah, I just did that recently because I wanted to watch an old show. And I said, I guess I got to resubscribe to Hulu again. And it does give me that Disney funkiness, but it still remembered me. It remembered all my
Mm,
shows and stuff.
okay.
So I don't know. And I also had Disney Plus. It's still somewhat separate.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, so it was causing problem. Anyway, yeah, Disney, it's just the big house of dumb to me. All the decisions they make, I'm just like, why? I hate you. In fact, I want to talk about games really quickly since we were talking about God of War and Suicide Squad Killers Justice League a little while ago, they actually are getting back into games as well. That was also mentioned in there. They're spending all this money on games. But if you remember, they were on a game killing spree a while ago. After they got rid of LucasArts, which made all the Lucas games that a lot of them people love, Shadows of the Empire, Dark Forces, TIE Fighter, those are back in the day. But even recently, they were just killing off a lot of the game studios and game action. They had this big, huge open world kind of thing called Disney Infinity. It was huge, and people were like, "Hey, why'd you kill it?" Shrug. Now it's like they're bringing it back. So that's a problem. But the thing that really that caught my eye was that Fortnite purchase. Now, Fortnite is
Not
made by
purchase, and they're just
purchase. Oh, sorry.
investing.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I get it
I
too.
didn't mean to say
They're
purchase.
not gonna have control over it, but they're gonna have a say. I
Yes,
say so.
putting 1.5 bizzle into it. That is a move that connects in a way that I hadn't seen a lot of people talk about. Epic Games not just makes Fortnite, they make the technology that runs Fortnite, which is called the Unreal Engine. The Unreal Engine
Mm.
is what a lot of people are using in Hollywood to run their three-dimensional backgrounds, especially the dome that you've heard about in all the
You
Disney
mean
shows.
the volume? Is
The
that what it's
volume, is it
called?
called the volume? The dome that they
Yeah, the
use.
volume.
I was
Yeah,
just generically saying the dome that they use. The volume. The volume. Yeah, the technology that runs the volume is made by Epic. So that all ties in back to that. I'm thinking, okay, good. You're going more into that direction. I assume whenever these companies are bought, they always look at the technology stack, the available tools that company has, not just what they have, but who they have and those particular technologies and skills that come along with the company itself. And I couldn't help but notice that, yeah, getting a hold onto that Unreal technology at that level means you can stop and say, "Hey, you know what? We're making a movie like this. Instead of making our movie fit the parameters of your software, we're going to need your software to fit the parameters of this movie we have in mind." And so you can start tilting the scales and how stuff is developed. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Wow, man, that's a hot take. I haven't heard that one before. I didn't know that they made I heard about the Unreal Engine, but I didn't know that was also the same software for the volume, which blows my mind because that's strategic trickery, if you will, 101. You're doing two things at once because the angle I saw or read about buying Fortnite or not buying, but investing
Mhm.
in Fortnite was IP. So now, as we all know, Fortnite's famous for all the skins you can wear and the different items you can collect and just it's this whole little universe where people are still jamming out and you can put all kinds of interesting characters together. So who has a lot of characters? Disney. So the angle was that they can start impacting and creating a better experience in Fortnite with their characters and their kind of lived in experiences and stuff so people can live in that environment. So what you're saying is it's a twofer, right? So now you have this environment where you can create all these different characters, inject your characters into it to make Fortnite even better and more want people to like if you want to live in Iron Man's penthouse or hang
Yeah.
with the Avengers, you can do that now in Fortnite or will be able to do that. I'm assuming. So that makes it valuable. But the technology, to your point, makes it valuable for the real world to create more imaginative movies. And so that's strategy. You make a move and it gives you two things at the same time. I think you're a
Yeah.
chess player, Mr. Benja. That's always fun, right?
Yeah. No, it's a great move in that respect because people weren't sure about Epic's Unreal Engine at the time, but The Mandalorian was based on that technology, the Unreal 4 engine. So they came in there, proved that it could work, and have been probably investigating and investing a lot of time into the Unreal Engine since that point. And now they're like, you know what? Let's push this to the next level, whatever that is. A lot of behind the scenes plays, definitely. And like you said, Fortnite is not just a game anymore. It's becoming a sort of a game platform along the lines of Grand Theft Auto. It's not just getting online and playing Grand Theft Auto. You may only jump on GTA online to do the races and get paid for racing. That may be all you do because you just like the racing aspect of it. So I see that as happening with Fortnite, where Disney comes in, dropping all their Disney characters into some sort of Fortnite something. Fortnite's always
Mhm.
doing weird stuff, but yeah, there's even the Travis Scott concert. You're talking about concerts earlier with Taylor Swift. You remember the story we had about the Travis Scott concert in
Mhm.
Fortnite. Oh my gosh, slap a Apple Vision Pro on that joint, you'll be up in 3D looking at Elsa and Moana spinning around, talking about snow and sun and whatever nonsense. It'll be awesome, but
Yeah,
I won't
man.
watch
So
it.
it's 'cause you hate Disney. I get it. I get it. The only thing I want to just double click on real quick was the $60 billion invested in Disney parks. I live in Orlando, and I decided to re up one more year on my Disney Orlando annual passes. So, I guess I'm a sucker for it. I just want to see if they do anything different. As an annual pass holder for Disney,
Mhm.
that goes to these parks a lot. Yeah, they don't do a lot, man. We go pretty consistently, almost like once a month. You realize, man, ain't nothing changing that they're going to do this. And I think they're forced to because here in Orlando, they already did it in LA, in California. Universal Studios is creating Epic World, or I think that's what it's called. And they're going to have Mario
Mhm.
World there and and then they're enhancing that Harry Park kind of park areas, Harry Potter experience there, at Universal Studios. So Disney got to step it up, man. They're not the big game in Orlando anymore. And so I think this is going to go a long way toward hopefully, and be honest with you, that's one of their few growth engines. We know they're losing money on streaming. So parks, experiences, these cruise lines they do, that's
Mhm.
where they're getting a lot of money now. And so I think they have to put more money into this experiences. So we'll see what that means. But they go ahead and bite the bullet, man. Go ahead and just make them. I guess Universal has some rights on that with the superhero stuff, but they need to go ahead and make it like a little Marvel world or something, man. Get people hype again because it ain't hitting on nothing right now, man. Like I just have on one hand, two rides that are pretty decent right now, Disney World. We'll see.
I would be intrigued if they make an adult Hell's Kitchen kind of resort where you're walking around Daredevil and Luke Cage and everybody, just this grimy resort.
Oh man, there's rumors that Disney adults, right? That's the big thing, right? That's the people hate Disney adults, and
Uh,
there's rumors that they like to hang out. Or if you've never been to Epcot, they like to sit there and drink. There's a lot of places, pubs and stuff
mhm.
around the Epcot where you can drink. They have this one little trash can that they sit and hang out at, and they were mad that Disney got rid of that. So Disney adults strike
Oh,
again. And then also, there's been rumors that there is a Disney website. There's a Disney swingers club. Basically, swingers are people who like to, let's say, partake in other partners' experiences, not their wife or their husband. And so, like I said, Disney adults, man, I would be not be surprised if Disney creates an adult only theme experience because why not? They're doing gambling. Why not? Disney,
hey,
go all
now
in, go
n
hardcore.
now streaming on your resort box, Pam and Tommy.
Oh, there you go. I have to Disney Plus because now they have Hulu integrated and they got more mature offerings. I have to put a passcode on my Disney Plus login. So my
Yeah,
kids have their own way to get in. I have my own way to get in, and I have to use a passcode. So I'm telling you guys, Disney After Dark is coming soon. Watch it.
dad. Oh, last point on this, I just wanted to read from Variety here when they were talking about the Disney stock rise after Wall Street rallying around it and Iger making moves. There was a quote in there that was pretty good to me. So, and there was detail on the call that in particular caught analysis attention. For the first time, Disney stated that its long-term objective is to reach double-digit profit margins in its streaming biz, which has been narrowing its losses, and exec said is on track to hit profitability by fiscal end 2024. That came after Peltz's Tryon Fund Management was waging a battle against Disney board members. He called the media conglomerate to target and achieve Netflix-like margins by 2027. So management fund says, "Hey, we want money," and Disney was like, "We got you, bro." I guess so. I guess that's how it works.
Yeah, like I said, Iger is only doing this because his legacy is at stake. If Disney falls apart, it's on his watch again. All that book he wrote that says, "Oh, Ride of a Lifetime, Disney's great." You might as well throw it in the trash. So that's number one. And number two, he's getting a lot of pressure to make moves. So we'll see, man. We'll do our continued Disney outlook over the next couple of months, I'm sure.